the Texas Rangers get set for the third game here against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And while, yes, they did come up short yesterday, it did feel good to see a couple guys stay hot at the plate. As we bring you down to field level here in Texas, I am Laura Stickles. Well, it's one thing to get hot at the plate, but it's another thing entirely to stay hot. And Josh Jung knows that all too well, as he's struggled at times to really sustain success over a period of time, but that has all changed when the calendar turned to April. Skip Schumacher has said that Josh Jung has been on fire, and this is the Josh that he remembers him being a couple years ago when he was in Miami and he used to destroy them. Set his 2-run homer last night. It was his third of the season, and it brings his batting average now to .390. That's the third highest batting average by a Ranger this century, as you can see here with our Chevy under the hood. So yes, it has felt good to see Josh get going, but it's felt even better to see that production really stay consistent.
Well, it's a good sign for the Rangers, and he's not going to stay at .390, but you hope that he keeps hitting at kind of that 280 to 300 clip throughout the season.
295.
I'll take it.
300 and yeah, anything's out there as a possibility. Hey, how about this? We've got Jacob deGrom going tonight.
Yeah, our Sewell starting pitcher for the Rangers. The stats here: 19 2/3 through his 4 starts so far, 208 batting average against. We look at the arsenal tonight. It's 4-seam, slider, change, curve, 2-seam. Just a reminder that change mostly against lefties.
Well, speaking of lefties, see what he's contending with tonight with these Pirates. The Pirates 14-10, and they're a game and a half back of the Reds. The Trajan Wealth starting lineup for Pittsburgh tonight. Boy, the dynamic O'Neill Cruz leading it off in center field. Brandon Lau and Brian Reynolds right after him. The heart of the order will be their DH, Marcell Ozuna, Ryan O'Hearn, and Nick Gonzalez at third base. It's Horwitz, Connor Griffin, and Joey Bart at the bottom of the lineup.
Well, let's take a look at the defense behind deGrom tonight. Alejandro Ozuna getting the start in left field. Carter and Nimmo also in the outfield. You have Young and Seager on the left side of the infield. Smith and Berger on the right side of the infield. And Jansen with the pitch calm today.
Boy,
I know, I'm gonna get up with this technology thing.
you've really been working hard on that. Proud of you. There's Alejandro getting the start today, and hopefully he can impact the game today in a positive way. He was a lot of fun last year, part of that Little Rascals group that was so entertaining down the stretch last season. Gave that team a little life. And we get started tonight with a swinging strike by O'Neill Cruz.
deGrom feeling good?
He popped the mitt with that one, that's for sure.
Got 2 guys popping mitts tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna see some pretty good velocity tonight. That was another crisp one there. 97 for a strike, and the count 0-2. Well, we know Cruz can hit for power, and we witnessed some of that yesterday. Takes a little low. We also know he'll strike out. He's struck out 36 times already this season. So he's a good candidate for deGrom to start his night. And the bouncing ball left side of the infield. Young is there, and he throws out Cruz, 1 away. Well, I love the strikeouts, but love the easy ground ball outs, and that's how the Rangers won the opener on Tuesday. Was just an avalanche of ground ball outs as Kamar Rocker and the Rangers bullpen had these Pirates hitters just pounding the ball into the dirt all night. Brandon Lau, the hitter, and he'll take a fastball for a strike. That one at 98. Lau with 7 homers, 19 RBIs. Big addition this offseason for the Pirates. This one's up into the bat out towards center field, and it's a routine fly ball out for out number 2. Good job by Evan Carter. Turned in a spectacular defensive play on Tuesday night. That was very routine.
He has a little, scruff on the face to go with the mustache.
Yep, as mandated by his wife.
Yep.
She said, all right, you want to go with that mustache business? Fine. You're going to have to, I don't want the clean shaven with the mustache. So she said, you know, can we compromise? Maybe give me a little 5 o'clock shadow there to go with the stash. Brian Reynolds, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Took a pretty close one there. 1-1. He has walked with pretty good frequency this year, getting on base nearly 39% of the time. It's 1-2.
Well, so far so great for DeGrom. The fastball's hard, the slider's moving. Looks locked in early.
Right back at Reynolds, a little low there. Reynolds, for the last 5 years or so, has been the primary run producer for these Pirates. They've added some weapons to him in the lineup, but he takes strike 3 called, and there is DeGrom's first strikeout of the night on a fastball at 99 miles per hour.
But DeGrom goes with the heater at 99, catching the top of the zone. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. Coming up, the Rangers.
Rangers coming up near the bottom of the first. Trajan Wells starting lineup tonight for the Rangers. It'll be Nimmo in right, Peterson DHing, Corey Seager at shortstop, Berger, Young, Carter in the middle today. Jansen does the catching, Smith at second, and Alejandro Osuna with his 2026 debut tonight.
Well, I like being factually correct, and on the mound is the young righty Bubba Chandler. He's the 10th Bubba in Major League history, and the only thing that I know about Bubbas is they don't like sad songs, and they will shoot a jukebox if you play one.
Well, make them cry, those sad songs. They do not like them. Probably use an old 45. So Nimmo goes after the first pitch and shoots that one right out into the outfield. Brandon Nimmo on to begin the ball game.
Well, we've seen Nimmo do this 25th game of the year for the Rangers. He's ready first pitch. He'll work a count, but if you throw a hittable pitch first one, he'll take a rip at it.
Well, I will say it's going to be interesting to see how the Rangers go after Bubba Chandler tonight, the guy who does throw hard but has command issues. We'll see if they continue to be aggressive. Peterson takes one outside. Jock Peterson batting second today, DHing again. But Skip Schumacher, I'll say this about Skip, he's been willing to try different things with this lineup early this season. Chandler sneaks a changeup in there for a strike. And night tonight, it will usually have something to do with the matchup, and if he feels for some reason that stacking some lefties at the top early is an advantage, he'll do it. There's a strike. Fastball at 98 from Chandler. 1-2. There's a little tidbit for you, Mike. First inning hit allowed this year.
I mean, think of this series. We haven't even seen Paul Skeens. They got some young fireballers on this team.
Well, that's strike 3 called, and Peterson knew it. Watches 4 pitches, 3 of them strikes, and heads back to the dugout. And I imagine Peterson, veteran guy, maybe he's just kind of banking some of those for later.
I mean, we see this in the game today is changeups in the low to mid 90s.
It used to be you'd want that a little bit slower than that. Is changeup this time runs away, and that's ball 1 to Corey Seager. Boy, Corey's average down below 200 at 193 tonight. And he goes after the changeup that time.
The one thing about Corey Seager, you wouldn't know if he was 14 out of his last 15 or 1 out of his last 15.
No, and I think as a pitcher, you feel the same threat every time. Chandler's 1-1. That's high. Nimmo on at first. He had the single. Peterson struck out looking. So Chandler from the stretch early tonight. Seager hits that one into center field. That's a base hit. Nimmo will turn but hold second base. The Rangers have a little something going here in the first.
Well, Seager on time. That's a tough pitch. That's a good changeup at 92, down and away, catching the outside corner. Seager stays through it and gets it just over Griffin.
It's funny how many changeups he has thrown already in this first inning. For a guy who can touch 100 with a fastball. Jake Berger takes a slider for strike one. So a chance to drive in a run here. You see he's been the best on this team driving in runs. 19 RBIs. Second most going in the American League. Now the count 0-2.
He does throw that fastball 58% of the time. But you know, obviously different scouting reports, different situation. Rangers going with 3 lefties to start their lineup.
Yeah, 2-strike pitch. And there's a little tapper foul. I heard Dave Roberts, manager of the Dodgers, recently interviewed, and part of the discussion was about pitching and hitting and how difficult it is to hit today with all the great stuff that pitchers have. And he said, that was an interesting way of putting it. He said pitching today is really about the threat of velocity. 0-2. That's low. So there are a lot of guys who throw really, really hard, and as you point out, Chandler will lean on that fastball, but that really a lot of the game is predicated on guys just having to respect that high velocity, and then these pitchers really using the off-speed stuff to throw them off balance and out of kilter. And I feel like that's actually a pretty good way of saying it, because you do see it a lot.
Yeah, it used to be you would see in a game probably 2/3 of the pitches being fastball. Now I'd say it's more like 1/3 to about 40%.
1-2 pitch, and this one soft flare second base. They'll get the out at second. No relay to first. So Berger avoids the double play. That just wasn't hit hard enough. So the Rangers have him first and third with 2 out.
Well, with 2 outs, let's take a look at the Pirates defense tonight. In the outfield, you have Reynolds, Cruz, and O'Hearn. In the infield, it's Gonzalez, Griffin, Lau, and Horwitz, and Joey Bart doing the catching tonight.
So the Rangers with a little traffic in this first inning, but now 4 for 17 in this series with runners in scoring position. The good news for them, though, is that they get Josh Young to the plate here. Uh-oh. Wow. 98 up off the shoulder. And Young heads to first base.
He looks like he's okay. Obviously 98 cannot feel good unless it got his guard.
Oh, maybe that did. Okay, I think it might have, Mike. It's a good.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little might have pinched the tricep up against that guard. Carter takes very high, ball 1. Well, they're loaded up regardless. And Young's probably thinking like, well, that was fairly cavalier the way he moved on. It kind of hurt. But the bases are loaded. Carter comes up empty. 1-1. That was 99 from the young right-hander, Bubba Chandler.
So both guys touching 99 tonight.
Yeah,
the threat of the fastball.
Be ready. That's up. Another one at 99.
I'm going to be interested here. He threw quite a few changeups to Corey Seager. He struck out Jock Peterson with the changeup. This isn't a strikeout count, but how much confidence does this young man have in his changeup right here?
Here's his 2-1. And that's fouled away. Well, enough.
Yep. I mean, that's just right down the middle. It's one that Evan Carter's probably hoping to see that one more time in that location.
All right, Chandler's 2-2. And that is strike 3 called. Now, immediately, that one challenged.
The previous pitch was called a strike. The batter has challenged.
That's what we call a leverage challenge. Our ABS, powered by T-Mobile, it is a strike. But the stakes were high enough, probably not a bad idea to challenge that one. Regardless, it is a strikeout, and the inning is over. The Rangers have left him loaded. We'll go to the second inning tonight, no score.
But we're going to do our best with 30-year-old Peyton Gray. Undrafted out of college, pitched 3 seasons in indie ball, released by 3 different organizations, and pitched 4 seasons internationally. But today, he was called up by the Texas Rangers as Robert Garcia was placed on the 15-day IL. And if Peyton Gray does pitch, it will be his big league debut. Skip Schumacher said every year there's a guy, whether it be in spring training or the regular season, who surprises you. And he said this year in spring, that guy was absolutely Peyton Gray. So what a terrific story, and I can't wait to finally watch him get this long-awaited opportunity.
It's funny, as he was talking, his hand was shaking. He's probably talking with his hands, but I can remember getting called up to the big leagues and looking at my hands, just doing this, and my hands were shaking. I could not stop it, and I started laughing at myself because of the adrenaline and the nerves of I cannot calm myself down. I am so excited to be here.
Yeah.
He's drinking tomato juice right now.
I hope so. Oh, they need to check the plumbing out there. It could be for a new ballpark. That's just not right. Here's the 0-2 to Osuna. And I think he went. No, they appeal it. He did not. Dan Bellino down there at first said he held up. Let's see.
Oh, that's
I think
close.
Dan may have missed one.
I'll go with Dave Raymond's call.
Yeah. That is a swing and a miss, and Osuna strikes out. Second strikeout tonight for DeGrom.
Well, he didn't get the call on the check swing, but he gets the full swing. DeGrom's slider movement, slider placement is great to start this game.
Here's Ryan O'Hearn. And DeGrom shooting for that outside corner, just missed. A .325 start to the year for O'Hearn. And he's got some power. 4 homers so far, and he was out in front of that curveball. 1-1.
Big speed difference. That's why it was a curveball, but that really moved like a slider, right?
Yeah, looked like it.
How about that movement? That thing broke 6 inches away and 6 inches down as O'Hearn is committing to a swing.
Tell you what, he already has 6 whiffs. As this one's lined out over second. That's a base hit. O'Hearn will be the first base runner of the night for Pittsburgh.
Well, he's having a great year. You said .325 batting average. I saw obviously their opinions, but said the top 10 free agent signings so far in 2026, and O'Hearn was one of the 10.
O'Hearn is on for Nick Gonzalez. And third base tonight, .270 average for Gonzalez, and he lays off a good fastball, ball 1. Jacob's been throwing the ball really well lately. Showed you that in the open. 1.20 ERA over his last 3 starts, and there's a swing and a miss. 1-1. Just another great angle at which you can watch the game. I don't know about you, Mike. Do you have a spot that you typically like to see the game? when you're obviously not working, but when you're in the yard?
I do like behind home plate about 7 to 10 rows up, just enough height where you can really see inside, outside. It can be tough to see low on a strike, but and then you just really get the pop of the bat from behind home plate there too.
1-2, and that one's lined out over short. Base hit for Gonzalez. So back-to-back one-out singles. Pirates trying to get a little something going here.
It's a good pitch. Look at the location here. Down, away. That's not even a strike. That's a good job of hitting.
All right, philosophical question for you.
Okay.
It's not a strike. You got a good result.
The hitter?
Is your hitting coach pleased?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's what I wonder: is the analytic team pleased that you chased out of the zone?
Right. Well, that's the thing, right? That's what you have to balance: the result or the process. Good breaking ball catches a corner for a strike on Horwitz.
The hitting coach has to be happy you hit a line drive on a pitcher's pitch.
Yeah. I hear you. But that's just like you, very results driven. Strike pitch. What have you done for me lately kind of guy.
My whole career was going into the manager's office and saying, you're not getting results. I said, I am, just for the other team.
Somebody's getting a lot of hits.
There's going to be 29 organizations really upset you just sent me down to the minor leagues, Skip. I know it might please you, but you have just upset a lot of hitters.
How do you think they feel over there right now? DeGrom ready in his 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss at the fastball. Well, his fastball's been pretty good here tonight. 1-2 the count on Horwitz.
Here's what I wonder, and I don't know, it's early in the game. The 2 hits in this inning have been off-speed pitches with 2 strikes. So I wonder if maybe you just run another one at the top of the zone to see if they're looking soft on 2 strike counts.
1-2. And this is in the air out towards center field and running underneath it. Carter 2 away. Did go with the fastball with 2 strikes. Got the out.
Boy, is it nice to have Evan Carter in center field because he makes this look easy, chases it down quickly. Pretty good pitch, 98. Carter calling it. Runs it down like a first-round wide receiver.
Prisoner of the moment, Mike.
I know.
Don't give into it. Here's Connor Griffin. Still, and for a few more days, just 19 years old. And DeGrom ready to work to the shortstop. And got him to go after that first pitch. A pop-up right side. Out of play. So I finally met Griffin today. And though I mentioned he's 19 years old, you walk up to him, shake his hand, and you could swear he's a grown man of 30-plus years old. Carries himself that way. Very gracious. He's married. He said he just got married a couple months ago. 19 years old. And of course, in the big leagues, 1 strike pitch, that's fouled away. Having a hard time keeping that helmet on.
Saw that a lot last year. We haven't seen it as much. We see him kind of shake, rattle, and roll on the head, but not falling off.
It was a Josh Smith thing last year. Josh just could not swing the bat without the helmet flying off. Runners with their leads. DeGrom's 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. And again, Griffin loses the helmet. 3rd strikeout for DeGrom.
Well, his slider is on tonight. He gets the 19-year-old Griffin with it. 2 zeros on the board for Jacob DeGrom tonight.
Dog day today. Those two young ladies taking care of a Jacob deGrom dog. Now the one on the left, the gal on the left, that's Emily Hockmeyer. Her father, incredible golfer and operating the high home camera. Here's Hock. Good to see Emily out at the yard today as Chandler goes to work.
I'll tell you what, for a dude that throws 100 miles an hour, he already got Josh Young up, and then that one right there was close.
Yeah, you might be on your toes up there tonight. It's fouled over to the right side.
You know, I do find his wind up slash stretch interesting. It's kind of like he rocks onto the back of his heel. Watch his motion here. It's kind of like he rocks towards the first base side. Sometimes you try to keep those shoulders over the toes.
Oh yeah. Fouled back. 1 and 2.
Yeah. But he kind of drops and then rocks back to kind of the heel, like his right heel, and then throws it 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Now Juan Marichal would sort of do that back in the day with the Giants. Of course, he'd kick his leg good 6 feet in the air. A little higher than that. There's a swing and a miss. Chandler strikes out Jansen. That's his 3rd strikeout tonight.
Well, fastball 98, up and in, tough pitch to make contact on, and just wondering, do the Pirates have the hardest throwing starting staff in baseball?
I mean, they have to be right there. Reds have a hard throwing staff, especially when
Burns.
Hunter Green is healthy, along with Burns.
In a weird way, they have Louder, though, that brings them down. He's a good pitcher, but he's more 94-ish.
1 strike pitch to Josh Smith, and he'll shoot that one the other way. 0-2. Yeah, I mean, because we've seen 3 pretty impressive starters in this series, and we have not seen Paul Skeens.
Yeah. Their best pitcher, I mean, is Chandler maybe harder thrower than him?
Well, I mean, he gets it up to 100. I mean, if you look at their team ERA this year, they're 2nd in the National League, trailing only the Braves. The Yankees a smidge better as well. A lot of good pitching there in the National League.
I know this is, you know, going back to last year, all of those teams we showed are off to really good starts, right? The Yankees maybe not, but all of those teams we just showed with the top ERAs are all having above 500 seasons, and you're like, yeah, they're going to stay above 500 if they keep pitching like that.
1-2 pitches outside. Yeah, it's a good way to
usually
compete in this sport. Yankees 15-9.
Okay, well then they're off to they're all those teams are off to well above 500 starts.
Full count now. The Atlanta Braves, they were on that list there, have a run differential, positive run differential of 57 runs, 25 games into the season. 7th pitch of this at bat to Smith, and he fouls it back our direction, just a little short of the booth. Good job by Josh Smith here to make this young man work. Chandler, the Rangers sent 6 batters to the plate in the 1st inning against him. They're putting some pitches on him early. 3-2, and that's in the air left field. Reynolds heading back now. He'll reach up and make the catch, and there are 2 gone. Good at bat there by Smith. Just didn't get the right result. And here is Alejandro Osuna. Osuna making his 2026 debut. Recalled yesterday to take the spot of Wyatt Langford, who was placed on the injured list. And he'll take a strike on the inside corner. Sitting 262 at AAA Round Rock. Was walking a lot, and that's one of the things Skip Schumacher alluded to it. Like, I want good at bats from him tonight. Whoa. Way in 1-1.
I don't think Chandler's meaning to do these, but it, like you said, keeping you on your toes. It is effectively wild. You're going to be excited to see a changeup away here and just lean your head out over the plate to make sure you see it better.
No, you're not. 1-1. And that one is blooped out over short, drops in for a base hit. Third Rangers hit of the game. So great job by Osuna out of the 9th spot of the lineup.
Well, he does go with the changeup, and Osuna stays on it long enough and gives his first lasso of the year on the Rangers. This one right off the end, snaps the bat.
Osuna briefed before the game on how to lasso over there as he'll draw a throw.
It's like Jankowski was giving him like a scouting report or whatever as he's lassoing. I wonder if Jankowski's like, I know you guys have a thing, but can you listen to me, because I really need to tell you this. Right?
If you don't mind, get the lasso thing over with, please. We've got some work to do here. Janko in his first year coaching on a big league staff. Great to have him with the team this year. Nemo takes a little off the plate. Brandon had a base hit in the first inning. Had a hit in last night's game. And that's high. So a scoreless start to this one tonight.
Bubba Chandler average a 1.3 to home plate, so that is a tough one to run on.
3-0. So Nemo. See what he's thinking here. 3-0. We always talk about how aggressive people are, but Chandler 13 walks in 20 innings coming in. Oh boy, that was a pretty good move over there to first base. Pirates are checking upstairs to see if that's worth a challenge, and it is not.
Ooh. He is safe, but that ball got there in a hurry. Osuna was in a little bit of trouble. You don't want to get picked off when it's a 3-0 count.
He's going. Pitch is outside. That's ball 4. So Nemo draws the walk. I do think the Rangers can be wise tonight and potentially work some free base runners on Chandler.
Yeah, it looks like tonight he can get wild on you, and right there throw 4 pitches out of the zone. That's where you have to take advantage.
This will be the 20th pitch of the inning now. And Peterson goes after it. Hits it in the air to left. Reynolds is back and makes the catch. Well, got a pretty good piece of it, but for a long out, and the Rangers will leave a couple. They've stranded 5 in the first 2 innings. No score.
Resort's game within the game is the slider from Jacob deGrom. 32% slider usage. That's 9th in MLB starters. You have a 100 batting average against that pitch, 2nd lowest among MLB starters. And then the Pirates hit 189 against the slider. Pirates maybe better against a hook.
It's good, Mike. Subtle, very sly. There's Joey Bart. And he'll take a pretty good slider there for ball 1. 9th place hitter. Bart doing the catching tonight. It's a getaway day for the Pirates. They're heading to Milwaukee as DeGrom is upstairs with a fastball there. .156 average for Bart. Just a couple of walks this year. And he shoots this one out into left field. That's not an easy play, and Osuna has to take it on a hop. So that's now 3 hits for the Pirates. Both teams with 3 hits, and I don't know if anybody's hit one really all that hard yet.
No, this one definitely wasn't. It gets in on the hands. Just unlucky. Almost needed it to not get in on the hands as much. Probably another 10 more feet on that fly ball, and Osuna has it.
Lead man on, and now O'Neill Cruz, and he cuts right through strike 1. Grounded out in the first inning. Hit a 700-foot home run last night off the top of the foul pole.
You said you got to talk to Griffin today. Did you get to stand next to O'Neill Cruz?
No, I didn't. They didn't have that many guys taking BP today. In fact, they only had one group of 4 hitting today, and Cruz wasn't one of them. He does not like to hit on the field.
More and more guys are like that in today's game.
It's true. I mean, it is really kind of interesting. Now we've got a challenge.
The catcher is challenged.
You see Cruz talking to Danny Jansen. Jansen felt like that one got the strike zone, and it did. Good challenge by Danny again. He's been really good at this.
Cruz gave him a bat pat. Well, he got me. Nothing Cruz could do about it.
No.
Took a close pitch. He got the ball call, but the challenge wins.
I mean, 2 out of 3 people there voted ball. One of them had strike, and he was right. 0-2. And that's fouled away.
So let's take a look at our Ford leaderboard. See O'Neill Cruz last night. Globe Life history, 0.1 miles an hour behind Yordan Alvarez. I will say, Yordan Alvarez, a big guy too. TV does not do O'Neill Cruz justice on how big he really is. For some reason, I feel like Aaron Judge coming into town Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The TV, yeah, he does look huge on TV. Cruz is close to his size, not as heavy, but height-wise, it's the same.
Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe it's the number. Here's a swing and a miss. Cruz strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts for Jacob.
Goes with the changeup, and yes, he's given up 3 hits, but man, is he making a lot of quality pitches tonight.
He's getting some swing and miss tonight. Brandon Lau, the batter. And he'll take outside. 0 for 1 tonight. We were saying there a moment ago, though, that more and more there are guys who do not necessarily like to take batting practice on the field. And that is something the last 5 years or so has become increasingly normal, and teams are okay with it, seems like. Cruz, one of those guys. Tony Beasley said that he was really working on Cruz. He wants him to take BP on the field here, because Bees was like, look, I threw a lot of BP in this ballpark in the past, and there's some things you could try and reach out in right field. And he thinks, Tony told me today, this one popped up along the third baseline. It's a long run. Osuna getting there, and he makes a catch. Nice play by Alejandro Osuna. 2 gone.
Long way to go here, playing deep in left field, and finds the wall, and then stays with it. Came back on him a little bit. It happened to Josh Young yesterday. Made a play on it, but that ball kind of comes back towards the field of play. But what did Beasley say about Cruz hitting here?
Well, he wanted to see him take BP on the field because he thinks he could reach the upper deck in right field in batting practice. That's like bees. That's like 600 feet.
Oh,
He said, I'm telling you, he could absolutely do it.
It's only 422 feet to hit it on top of the pole.
That's true.
It goes.
So that's like what, about a 450, 470 foot homer to get it up there in that upper tank?
Yeah.
Inside 1-1. Said he did throw batting practice to him in New York when they were playing the Mets, and he saw him hit some balls in that ballpark that you just don't see guys reach, and he just wishes people could see a little more of just the raw power of Cruz.
I know you probably didn't ask this specific question, but Beasley was here for Joey Gallo.
Right.
Sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't ask for a direct comparison that way, but based on what he was saying, he feels that Cruz has more power.
Crazy, he's bigger than Joey Gallo.
Just saying something too. 1-2, runner going, and that's fouled away. Because Gallo was what, 6'5"? See some exit velocities so far this year for O'Neal Cruz. And that second one there at 116.9. That was one we saw last night. It was breathtaking. Might be a way to describe it. The 1-2. Underground is up with that one. Reynolds struck out looking in the first inning. Martin not likely to be going anywhere. 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Another strikeout. DeGrom has that working tonight. It's in another scoreless half inning for the Rangers right-hander.
First 10,000 fans get the Nathan Eovaldi City Connect bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola. It's the Athletics Rangers. Tickets at Rangers.com.
Yeah, that's what they look like, huh?
You had your gloves on.
Well, that is a handsome uni. I mean, some people make it look better than others. Yeah, that's right. Well,
that's contact.
They asked me to swing.
Yeah.
I swung.
And I egged you on too.
You did.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, you guys led me right into the trap, and I'm an easy target. Thank you.
Well, I knew, like in those situations, you know, the real players, they don't swing the bat like. Did you hit your ear too?
No, I missed it. I mean, I was able to stop it before it hit my head. It hit the wall, and then I, took a little momentum out.
When you're here at the ballpark, yeah, and they show these things on the big screen 1,000 times, yeah, guys are not swinging the bat as hard as they can or taking full swings.
I feel like I asked that question, and you guys said, no, just swing it.
Well, they did. You did, yeah, okay. And that's what I told you to do. And I don't think they wanted to, ruin my moment. And like, no, you don't shorten up your swing and then kind of give a soft follow through to make sure you don't hit anything.
Yes, you do. Apparently you do.
Just swing it hard and make sure it's really long at the end. I even told you.
Yeah.
Long swing at the end.
Bouncer down to first base, and Horowitz takes care of Seager. One gone in the third inning. Well, lesson learned. Next time I find myself in a big league uniform situated between two temporary panels, I'll know not to take a full swing.
You live and you learn.
Happen again.
But that's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I think the fans are really going to like these in person.
I agree. Jake Burger Goes after the first pitch here, pops it up. Short right center. Cruz wants it. And he gets to it. 2 out. Yeah, they'll come for the bobblehead as well tomorrow. I think it's going to be a big crowd tomorrow. First 10,000, so make sure you get here early for the Evo bobblehead. Yeah. And the Tejas City Connects. I think they're going to be very popular. There's a line drive out over third, and Young has a base hit. He got hit in the arm in his first at bat. Wastes no time this time delivering a hit.
Man, he is locked in. Look where that pitch is. That's a pitch he usually can't get to. At least I think of Josh Young last year. And that's a pitch where you'd say scouting report, great pitch to throw there.
He really, right now, looks like he could hit any pitch delivered anywhere. As Chandler misses.
Did that hit the umpire's shin guard? Or did that hit Joey Bart's glove?
Well, I hope it was the shin guard, because if that hit his glove and carried him halfway back to the mound.
Was this?
I don't know. That's.
Hit his glove.
And then what?
And then foot. Okay.
Man. It's up and out. 2-0 to Evan Carter.
Dave, this is your guy today.
Yeah, picked Evan in our home run contest, so seems like a good time. He was up with the bases loaded in the first inning, but struck out looking, and then used a challenge. But he can make up for that with a big fly right here. 3-0. And again, I'll go back to the Nimmo at bat at last inning. At 3-0, I think your serve today is to make him throw you a strike. 3-0. Here he comes, and he missed. That's ball 4. Now a challenge. Joey Bart wants to challenge this.
I think Evan Carter thought it was a strike too.
He did.
He was not going to first base.
Nope. So an ABS challenge. Let's see. Here he comes, and it was a strike.
The pitch was a strike. Pittsburgh has 1 remaining challenge.
If he throws that location again and Evan Carter gets the bat head out, just drops that head on it, Dave Raymond's on the board.
Yeah, we'll be in a good spot. Full count.
That one more away. Strike. Good pitch.
And there's Young. He'll be on the move. And there he goes. And there's a swing, and that ball's well struck. Deep out to right center. Back near the wall, and that is off the fence. Crosses up Cruz and O'Hearn. A run is into third base. Here comes Evan Carter. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Inside the park home run. And it's 2-0 Rangers.
Is that how you saw it when you picked it?
You take them however you can get them.
Man, was this ball hit well, and I thought this is getting into the bullpen. It doesn't, and when it took the big carom, Evan Carter running like a gazelle.
That's awesome. Here we go. He is so smooth. Go ahead. Throttle open. He was looking.
You can really run fast when you slow down like that.
That's no kidding. The pop-up by Jansen ends the inning, but the Rangers start the scoring tonight. Evan Carter, we needed a home run. He gave us the home run inside the Parker. So I think that, I mean, we talk all the time about the most exciting play in baseball. I do think the inside the park home run is one of the best. He's not even going that hard there. Now he picks it up a little bit. He's just kind of striding it. And now he's, I mean, he'd gone to cruise mode into third. That took him 15.28 seconds to make the tour. 15.28 seconds. Now when he goes here, look out. He's still looking over his shoulder, but
so he could do that in 13 seconds.
He could. I think he could circle him in 13.
As fast as you and Jared were going last year.
That's right. Almost as fast. Yeah, the first inside the park home run for Evan Carter. 2-0 Rangers lead. And DeGrom's 0-2, a swing and a miss. He strikes out Osuna. That's 6 now tonight for Jacob.
Just the heater right down the middle at 98.4. By you.
13 swings and misses now for DeGrom. Here's O'Hearn. Really good at bat earlier. Did he go? Boy, they seem reticent to call the check swing tonight. It was pretty close at the very least. That was a swing.
A late one.
O'Hearn's a good hitter, had the base hit in the second inning. And fouls that back. Strike 2. Gives us a moment for Academy Sports and Outdoors. All right, Jacobs 1-2. And a swing and a miss. He's done it again. Another strikeout. That's 3 in a row.
Well, he's doing it with all 4 pitches tonight. He has the fastball strikeout. He has a couple slider strikeouts. He has the changeup strikeout. And now the curveball strikeout.
5 out of the last 6 outs have been via the strikeout. Nick Gonzalez, the batter, and he lines that into left field. Coming on, Osuna takes it on a hop. Boy, oh boy, that was a frightening stab at the ball there. Gonzalez has the single. That ball was smoked.
Boy, there's a lot here on this play. Osuna goes all out here, and I'm glad he caught it on this short hop. Now, I will say, Evan Carter was doing a great job there. He was running hard to the wall. It was going to be definitely a double. Could have Evan Carter saved it from being a triple? I don't know, but at least he got a good jump to back up.
This one driven high in the air to right field by Horwitz. Not going to carry for him, though, as Nimmo makes the catch. And that does it in the 4th. Jacob DeGrom cruising tonight. 7 strikeouts through 4 innings, and the Rangers blanking the Pirates 2-0. Presented by Service Experts. Rangers up 2-0, and that dog doesn't look happy, but it is. Look at all those dogs out there. What a night. Now, I have 2 dogs, Mike, neither of whom would probably do all that well in this environment. They're just not quite right. Their heads as we go to work here in the bottom of the 4th. How about yours?
I mean, you should have higher expectations of your dogs. Why don't you bring them and just see what happens?
Well, it's an interesting idea.
Just like I told you to swing the bat.
Yeah. I have trust issues right now with you, Mike, but
is it Kirk Herbstreit brings his dog everywhere?
I know, and when I see that, I think that is so awesome, and I would love to be able to do that. But mine, you just can't take them out. Especially the old Beagle.
Howler.
She's a fussy one, and she does make a lot of noise.
I don't think I could do that with our dogs either. I don't think.
Are they socialized well? Would they behave well with the other dogs? That's where my problem is. That's my fear, is that they would snarl and just be generally unfriendly. All these dogs, they're so well behaved.
Yeah, they just sit in laps too. Or their own seat.
Look at that one. That's great. 2-2. Check in with Laura.
You know, guys, I actually asked Josh Smith if he was bringing his dog to the ballpark, if his wife Claire was maybe bringing him along. He said no, absolutely not. His dog also would not be well enough behaved for this kind of environment. So you are not alone.
Could you imagine bringing the dog and their little baby girl to the game? That'd be a lot, as Chandler is charged with a ball. The timer violation. It's a full count now on Smith. In the dirt, that's ball 4. Smith will draw the walk to start the inning, and so there's another walk. Second walk tonight, a hit batter. So Chandler has gifted the Rangers 3 runners. See if they can do anything with that leadoff walk. Here is Alejandro Osuna now.
He's been able to work around the walks, just not the inside of the park home run.
Those are tough. And now a walk out there to have a chat with Chandler.
He is wild again, but when he gets wild, he seems to find it, and almost as a hitter, I get it. You know, like, it's one thing to get nervous about 88 or 89 being wild. When it's 97 to 100 miles an hour wild at your knees or at your chin, it keeps you on your toes, like you said, and then he'll come back and throw some nice pitches after that.
It's interesting, right? The 4-seam fastball, you figure like that's your go-to pitch when you need to command something, and the strike rate is the 5th lowest in baseball. That's a problem. He's gotten away with it to this point of the year. 1-1. The count now on Osuna. But generally speaking, that's going to be hard to overcome.
Yeah, and he's only 23 years old.
Right.
So, I mean, he has all the big league stuff in the world. He's getting big league guys out, but you can see there's a lot that he could improve on, which is kind of scary for baseball. Because at 23, if this dude improves, and we saw Ashcraft last night, and then Skeens, that is a really nice 3-man core of guys in their mid to lower 20s.
It's way off the plate. 2-1. In this series, the Rangers have drawn up to the moment 8 walks, but they've only converted those 8 walks into 1 run. So it hasn't just been Chandler working around it. Runner going. The pitch is low for a ball. The throw to second base is high, and that's a stolen base for Smith, his 2nd steal of the year.
I like that the Rangers are aggressive on the base pass, especially here at this park. Yes, you have the inside the park home run, but this is a place, this park, where stealing a base is maybe more valuable than stealing a base in other ballparks where it's easier to hit home runs.
3-1 pitch, and Osuna showing bunt. He'll take ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Well, the Rangers building now in the 4th inning, and the lineup turns over for a 3rd time now. Nemo's had 2 good looks at Chandler tonight, and the single in the 1st, a walk in the 2nd inning. Chance to do some damage here. And Chandler steps off. I will say, Bill Murphy, their pitching coach, he must have the most stoic demeanor and calmest walk to the mound.
He just got to the mound, just covered his mouth to start talking, and there was 11 seconds left on the clock to talk. It's just, he must be very direct in what he has to say, because he does not leave himself much time to say it.
Conversation
Must
done.
have a really loud voice too.
I mean, that's an incredible poker face, man. I would not want to play cards against him. He gives you nothing.
Heart rate stays low, and he's definitely not walking fast to raise it up.
So Nimmo will take low for a ball.
So small area here for Nimmo to look at, because he's wild, so you don't want to expand here. I get that take.
So the idea is like that wasn't the area
That wasn't. Maybe he was looking down and in. Yeah, I don't know, but he was. I mean, like right now, is he going to throw 3 strikes before maybe 3 or 4 balls?
And will one of them maybe be in the spot you want? And if it is, great, pull the trigger.
Yep.
All right, 2-1. That sounds really easy.
Yeah, but when a dude's throwing 98 miles an hour, it makes it a lot tougher to say, oh, I'm just going to lay off that 98 right there.
2-1 pitch. And that's pulled foul.
I do think he was looking down.
Down and in.
Yeah,
Down inner half.
Right, yeah. Or maybe down middle, all that, right? In that area is where he wanted, but the slider, the speed and the break threw him off.
Smith at second, Osuna at first base. And that's fouled into the mitt. And a strikeout of Nimmo is the first out of the inning.
Well, the speed is still there. Now you can see he misses his spot. It ends up being a great pitch, a good miss. But that was supposed to be up and in for a strike, not up and away.
I'm interested in this at bat right here. Peterson watched 4 pitches the first time, swung at the first pitch in the second inning. And I feel like he just had the look of a veteran who was just trying to get a feel for the kid on the mound. See if he could take advantage of him. Well, he's got a great spot to do that right here, and it will likely be the last time he sees him tonight. Two walks and a strikeout so far. Of the 3 true outcomes, there's 1 left to be discovered here. Runners going, and there's a swing, and that one is out into right field, a base hit, and that scores a run easily. Smith is in. Osuna stops at third, and because they had the men in motion, Peterson picks up an RBI. It's 3-0.
Great call on Jock Peterson in his first 2 at bats, and he had a much better feel right there. And with the guys going, catches the ball out in front. And Peterson was brought to the Rangers because he can hit a fastball.
Yeah. Warms my heart to see those moments. As now Seager takes ball 1. Just like there's something sometimes with Jock, you can almost see it in his body language. A really good plan here tonight is the 1-0. There's a swing, and that ball's belted out to right field, and that is hit a ton. It is gone. Seager's 6th home run of the year. A no-doubter. And the Rangers open it up in this 4th inning.
April 23rd, Corey Seager has found his timing. Change up, It's a change up. And now it's a change out of the park.
You know it when he hits them. 4-run inning, and now Berger. He lifts one high in the air out to left field. Reynolds has room. And that is out number 2. Berger just missed. One of the other things I love about these dog days, it might be the best thing about these dog days games, no fireworks after the home runs. Young lifts this way up in the air, first base side. Horwitz makes the catch, and the inning is over. Rangers take advantage of a couple of walks in the inning. Great at bat by Jock Peterson, and then Corey Seager back in the home run column again, his 6th of the season, and there was no doubt about it. Rangers up 6-0.
Dirt Cam presented by Service Experts. A lot of whippets from the Pirates. You see the inside the park home run from Carter. The reaction from the crowd behind the dish.
That was awesome. DeGrom back to work now with a 6-0 lead thanks to a home run by that man. Seager with a 3-run blast, now at 16 RBIs. And the 1-strike pitch fouled away. 0-2 on the youngster Connor Griffin. Struck out in the 2nd inning. He stays alive. 0-2.
Still hard for me to believe that he was hitting against high schoolers 2 years ago.
I feel so bad for those high schoolers. I mean, he is way advanced on those kids. The 0-2, and it's popped up. Foul ground. Berger giving it a look, but that's not going to be playable. Cool shot from the end of the dugout. Roof closed tonight. It was 79 degrees at game time outside. Of course, been so humid lately. 1-2. Calculus for deciding when to open the roof and when they just can't has to do with both the temperature and humidity. There's a ground ball shortstop. Easy hop for Seager. Throws out his opposite number. 1 away. Brings up Joey Bart. It gives you a little feel for the expansiveness of Globe Life Field. Strike 1.
Question about Bart. Not having a great year this year, but after leaving San Francisco, he's been a nice player for the Pirates. Do you just think there was too much pressure being a 2nd overall pick and being the next Buster Posey in San Francisco?
I mean, I think that's a kind of a fair way of looking at it. I don't know that he would ever say it, but I think you have to at least consider that. And man, he was a 2nd overall selection in 2018. When the Giants had that really high draft pick, they picked Joey Bart, and they just had all that success with Buster Posey, and they're like, here it is, we're doing it again. Well, that's not fair. Bart strikes out swinging.
Which one, the Buster Posey comparison or that slider to Joey?
Oh, yeah, both really. The Buster Posey comparison was crippling. That was impossible.
This is just a great slider, but that's why I brought it up. I just Man, when you come into an organization and somebody leads a team to 3 titles and they say, yeah, you're going to do it next.
Yeah, you're the next guy. Thank you so much. O'Neal Cruz takes the ball here.
In the history of sports, has anybody kind of come through as, hey, here's recent history, now you're the next. Do it just like that guy or even better?
I'll tell you, there's one that I can think of. Maybe.
Okay.
Could you say that about Steve Young following Joe Montana?
Yep.
And I don't know if they put the same kind of expectations on him, but I think he came in there.
That's a good comparison. Good example.
Also another Bay Area situation, right?
Yep.
Maybe that's why they were prone to saying that kind of thing. 1-2 on Cruz. That's 17 swings and misses today. And that's in the dirt. 2-2. DeGrom, this will be his 70th pitch.
For the most part, Rocker, Leiter, and now DeGrom have been very efficient with their pitches in this series.
Yeah.
That 5th inning got a little bit away from Leiter and the Rangers defense.
And that was kind of the key. The 2-2. There's a breaking ball, and that one's hit hard out to right center, and that is gone. And I think everybody knew it. Nemo's angle at that ball, and the way he went after it said he knew. Cruz with his 8th home run of the year.
Well, for a second, I thought, man, Ranger fans aren't really fans of this O'Neal Cruz, but that was the Pirate fans here yelling Cruz as he was rounding second base. Boy, is this a bullet. I didn't think it was high enough off the bat.
I kind of wondered.
He knew it.
I think he had a pretty good feel. So did Nemo. Must have spun it a little bit as now DeGrom deals high here. He just hits it so hard. 1-0. And there's a strike.
I guess the key is just to get him not to hit it. He misses it a lot. When he hits it, it seems like he's barreling it up quite a bit.
Yeah. 4th home run given up by DeGrom now this year. 1-2 on Lau. 6-1 Rangers on top. DeGrom's been absolutely in command tonight. 8 strikeouts so far. Count stays 1-2.
With no off days on this homestand, you'd love for DeGrom to get out of this at pitch 75 and give you another full inning.
Here's the pitch. And that's pulled foul. Lau's been retired twice tonight, both on fly ball outs. Well, there's plenty of room for DeGrom to give you one more, provided he takes care of Lau here. The 1-2, and he strikes him out swinging. 9th strikeout tonight for DeGrom. The right-hander's pretty well dialed in. Halfway there tonight. Rangers leading at 6-1. It's Evan Carter leading it off for the Rangers when we return.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, and we look at Evan Carter's inside the park home run. Take a look at computer Evan Carter. Take a look back there, Evan. Stutter step. He's sending me home. Here I go. 15.28 seconds around the bases. A sprint speed almost as fast as me. 28.6 miles an hour.
Wow. Well, fouls off strike 1 here. Very natural looking graphics.
Someday they're going to get better computers.
Evan Sisk delivers, and this is popped up out near second base, and Lau makes the catch. Yeah, listen,
Do you think
pretty good work on a Commodore VIC 20 or whatever they're working with back there.
Do you think Evan Sisk came to the park today, saw the Rangers lineup, and I'm pitching tonight? Like, there was no doubt.
Well, with all the lefties,
Yeah.
it's lefties in it.
Yeah, like if I'm a left-handed reliever and I can pitch this night, I know I'm pitching this night out of the pen.
Delivers low here. Well, I mean, do they discuss that with you as a lefty before the game? Will they tell you, like, hey, look, hey, even if there's several lefties, hey, you guys, obviously high alert, or you're going to be coming in at some point here?
Maybe, but usually not. They do ask you while you're playing catch in the outfield, hey, how you feeling today? Just to make sure, to see if anybody's a little tender or something's bugging them, to know if they need to avoid you if possible. So let's just say Sisk, you know, bicep was a little tender today. Then I go, we're down 6-1. Yeah, in a closer game, definitely use him. But if he's a little sore, let's not risk it in this situation.
Inside, 2-2 to Danny Jansen, right-handed hitter here. Then there'll be a couple more, in fact 5 straight lefties after that. When you were playing, because a coach might ask you that, trainers of course,
Yeah.
you know, you're going in to talk to them, maybe get a little treatment. There are a lot of different people who would ask you about how you're feeling. This one's popped up again, and Lau out into the grass and right makes the catch. Was there a different way you would express yourself to those different people? In other words, would you be maybe a little more forthright with a trainer than you would a coach, or how would you handle that?
Good question. I think it's where you're at on the team. I felt like I never had the right to say I couldn't. Because if they're like, well, if you can't, we'll just call somebody else up. Like, you're number 12 on this staff right now. Like, I knew, I understood. I was a 5th starter. I was a 7th reliever. We didn't have 8 relievers back then. So I knew if I was on the team, I had to be ready every day. I was down in the bullpen as the starting pitcher was warming up, because if he got hurt, I knew that I was going to have to spot start. So I knew, like, my brain had to be ready to go 20 minutes before the game started, just in case somebody was warming up in the pen and something was a little bit off. I knew that I was the spot starter.
So pretty much every game.
Yeah, but after the 5th inning, in my role, I think things have changed. There's not really that guy anymore. After the 5th inning, if it was a 2-1 game, I kind of knew I was done. Unless all of a sudden something got out of hand in the 7th inning and it became a 5+ run game that we were losing. You know, I say it that way, but I wasn't going to pitch unless we were probably up by 6 or more runs as a reliever. I was not considered a guy that they wanted to give the ball in a setup situation or just outside of that kind of, let's say, 3 runs.
Right.
Oh, well, the violation? Inning over?
I guess so. Must have been a violation there on Josh Smith.
Is that a
with 2
strikeout?
strikes. I'm gathering he just didn't make the eye contact by the 8-second mark, and you can see the frustration on his face. That's a weird way for an inning to end, but it does. We go to the 6th. There we go, Mike. Our aerial coverage tonight powered by Ram. Nothing stops Texas. Nothing stops Ram. Kind of a fun way to bring you in this half inning. Top of the 6th, Rangers with a big lead, and DeGrom's first pitch rolled down to first. Berger will race to the bag to put out Reynolds, 1 away.
I love that quick out.
Yeah, you know why? Because it gives us just enough time for Kia. Heck, gave us more than enough time for Kia. Well, with one out, here is Marcell Ozuna. And he'll watch one outside.
Veteran guy up to the plate, but on his 2 strikeouts, he's walked back to the dugout going, his body language is, I have no chance right now against this guy. Now he
It's
needs
a piece of that.
New bat.
Yeah. So, yeah, on top of it now, it's cost him a bat.
Now, it doesn't mean that if DeGrom makes a mistake here, Ozuna won't possibly take advantage of it, but he's kind of had the, hey, can you stop making perfect pitches against me look.
Well, by a long mile, Ozuna has more hits on this Pirates team than anybody else against DeGrom. 10 hits in his career. He's also struck out 18 times now at the hands of Jacob DeGrom. The 1-1, and I swear he went. Yeah, he did. That's strike 2.
No swearing, Dave.
Yeah. Sorry, almost got loose there. It's just they didn't call a couple of check swings earlier. Jacob looking for his 10th strikeout. And almost got it. Slider tempted Ozuna, but he didn't go after it that time. That's, I think, how he struck him out on the 4th. 20 whiffs tonight. 2-2. Ball 3.
Must have just been below the zone. Looked like a great pitch.
Sure did. So now a full count. And a swing and a miss. 10th strikeout for Jacob.
He's locked in. The Rangers have done their job offensively, so DeGrom in that situation can go 98 right down the middle and see who the better man is.
It's the simple man. 10 strikeouts, 21 swings and misses. And O'Hearn takes strike 1.
Not many times in DeGrom's career he's had a 5-run lead. If you look at his history with the Mets and a little bit with the Rangers.
That's a good point. Hope he's not uncomfortable with that. Did not like that last offering. It's about as much as you get out of him after he misses with a pitch. Here's the 1-1. He's wide again, that time with a changeup. So 21 whiffs today, Mike. Getting a little stinky.
Really smelly. Or, I mean, maybe good smelly. Maybe he just has a lot of cologne.
2-2. Well, can he get an 11th strikeout?
Yeah.
And 2 strikes on O'Hearn here.
Give him your best smelly pitch right here and end it.
2-2. That misses. He's already at a season high 10 strikeouts. He had 9 strikeouts in his start against the Dodgers. That was his previous high this year. Payoff on the way, and that is ball 4. O'Hearn draws the first walk tonight for the Pirates. Another one of those that looked really close, and unfortunately it's going to cost DeGrom the opportunity to finish the game. 89 pitches, and he'll be out of this one. Gonzalez coming up with a man on in the 6th. Skip Schumacher will give the baseball to Gavin Collier when we come back.
We did it!
Well, fans gave DeGrom a nice round of applause as he came off, and his teammates line up to congratulate him as well. Great night tonight for Jacob. 89 pitches.
Yeah, very efficient. Good game. Was hoping he could get that last out here in the 6th inning, but that will be up to Gavin Collier, making his 5th appearance of the year.
Standard Insurance call to the bullpen, first one tonight. Both teams now into their pens. Nick Gonzalez the batter, and Collier the hard throwing right-hander puts that one right in there for a strike. Gonzalez was 2 for 2 tonight against DeGrom. Is it possible that that was part of the thinking? Well, the guy's had 2 hits tonight against Jacob. Let's just go ahead and call it a night.
They're both singles.
I know.
I think I'll take the words of Charlie Huff when I was asking him about facing Vladimir Guerrero, and Tom Seaver said, you got to go after him, and asked Charlie Huff if I did the wrong thing, and he said, that's Tom Seaver. He can go after everybody. It doesn't matter who's at the plate. And I would say with Jacob deGrom, that's Jacob deGrom. Doesn't matter who's at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, I'm still comfortable with Jacob going against him. In any case, O'Hearn is the base runner. And perhaps it was just simply the walk. It was the first time he'd walked anybody tonight. A sign that fatigue was becoming a part of the program here. 2-2 now the count on Gonzalez. And I will say this, last year the Rangers were masterful in the way that they used deGrom.
Yes.
And just pacing his full season to get him 30 starts last year. Obviously he's done enough tonight to put the Rangers in a really good spot. Collier. A little wake-up call there to Gonzalez.
Little Bubba Chandler special.
No kidding.
This game, even though it's a comfortable lead, we've seen these Pirates hit against us and against the rest of Major League Baseball. This is a tough lineup.
3-2 from Collier. And a foul ball. Well, and what a start to the season for the Pirates at 14-10. Playing in the best division in baseball right now. That National League Central is dominating teams. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, that got him. So Gonzalez will head to first after taking 97 miles per hour off the arm or lower back. Let's see exactly where that hit him. Oh yeah, right in the tricep.
Not a lot of protection there, so that one's going to leave a pretty good bruise.
So a couple of base runners now, and Horwitz, the hitter. Collier is up high with it. So we've enjoyed what we've seen from Gavin Collier so far, but you almost have to approach each outing with the understanding of his past, which is at times command can be a problem for him. And that one's not very close. 2-0.
To your point, I know there's 2 outs, and I know you don't want to stress your pen, but there's a mound visit, and I would get somebody going right now. Now Collier has to face the next hitter, Griffin. He has to face 3 hitters, but if he, let's just say, can't come back here and walks Horwitz, and he can't throw strikes to Griffin, that's it for me. This game's too valuable. The Rangers have not won a series since the series here against Seattle, where they swept. They went on the road. It wasn't a bad road trip, 4-6 against some tough opponents, but I want this one pretty bad, and I don't want to mess around with seeing if he can find it if he can't.
No, I'm with you on that. You know, of course, you're limited by the 3-batter minimum issue. So there's nothing you can do until he's done with Griffin. But while that seems like, oh, geez, well, the guy's in there for a while, it can also sneak up on you quickly that you need to get somebody ready. The 2-0. And that one runs tight, ball 3. And it's a little problematic. O'Hearn, the runner at second, Gonzalez at first. And Horwitz takes high, ball 4. So, yeah, it's, for me, it's not real comfortable. Somebody throwing in the pin probably pretty quickly. Bases loaded. And as now the rookie Connor Griffin steps in. Griffin today 0 for 2. And he takes ball 1. That one might have been worth a challenge. But Jalen Beeks starting to throw in the bullpen. There's a strike. 1-1.
Crowd gives it a golf clap there.
Found a fairway. 1-1 pitch. And that's down the right side, foul. Okay.
I think the golf clap too is everybody kind of like me right now, kind of holding their breath, going, come on, find it, find it.
There are growing pains with inexperienced pitchers at times. Bases loaded, 2 out. Couple of rookies going head to head here. Here it comes. And that's hooked on the ground, third base. Diving stop. Young hops up, long throw. And they got him at first base. What a dig by Berger over there. And the inning is over. Whew. Well, it was a riot of a 6th inning. But Collier gets out of the jam.
Boy, what a great play here. Diving backhand. He has to get up quick to get Griffin. Throws the one hopper, short hop, scoop. Rangers get out of a big situation.
You by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. And by your North Texas Chevy dealers. Chevy drives Texas. Great images of folks enjoying the doggos out here today. Go ahead and get you some. Subtle. Osuna leading it off here in the 6th inning. We're getting along.
Like, Dave, if I put a whole bunch of chocolate chips in that cup, that might be you.
Oh, baby. Let's go.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. Yep. I'll get my snout in there.
You're the gooey, just like barely undercooked on the.
No, I just. Yeah, I know. I don't need them gooey for sure.
All right.
Don't want them undercooked.
All right. Sorry.
No.
I guess I just don't know you.
Well, that's outside. I mean, no one's going to turn away any cookie, no matter how.
You've turned away cookies.
I'm trying to think. I have.
Yeah. If they leche them.
That's not a cookie. Tres leches is unfortunately a cake that somebody accidentally spilled too much milk on.
3 of them usually.
Yeah. 2 milks. I could maybe do it. 3, it's unnecessary. You've gone too far. 3-2 pitch. And that's ball 4. So Osuna, how about Alejandro on 3 times tonight? 2 walks and a base hit. So that's excellent as we turn the lineup over. What about you? Your preference on cookies? I mean, I love a chocolate chip cookie, as you know. That's number 1.
Yes.
You?
I agree with you, but I do like variety. I feel like you're not as big into the variety.
I don't need it. I don't need it. The one thing what I don't want is to get a hold of a cookie, because cookies are kind of a great thing. Don't give me a bad cookie.
I don't like
And it
crunchy
happens.
cookies. I don't like when they're not burnt. Obviously, I don't like burnt cookies, but I also don't want cooked where they're really crunchy.
Nimmo swings and misses at strike one. How do you feel about like a shortbread cookie?
Yeah, solid.
You like them undercooked, though, don't you? Like
Yeah, I do.
Just a little underdone.
Yeah, I do. And warm.
Well, yeah, warm. Now we're really talking. There's a toss over there to first.
And cold milk.
You do like the cold milk?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm fine with it, right? No problem. I don't need it though.
Okay. Well, I don't need it, but it makes it better.
Yeah. No, just give me the cookie. The 1 strike pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. We get out to Tyler, Texas, to sister cookies. Sister. Oh.
That's what we had
Yeah.
on the homestand. Those are great.
They're the best. And it's worth the drive. Check it in there on Osuna.
Well, it's going to be tough to get a cookie on an 0-2 count. That's what we're looking for, though.
That'd be nice. There goes Osuna. Pitch is high. Throw down to second is a pretty good one. They got him. Alejandro's going to ask them in the dugout, you sure, take a look, but I don't think there's an argument here. Unless there was something sneaky. Yeah, no.
The throw was definitely on time. Just about the tag.
Hasn't hit him yet. No, got him there on the shoulder. I think.
Close.
Yeah,
but
split into
out. I do like the aggressiveness from the Rangers trying to steal these bags. They've been successful in this game, up 6-1. Well, good time to try it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Rangers have done a good job tonight, just working counts, putting themselves in favorable spots. That was hardly a check swing. That ball's turned down the right side, foul. So we wrap up this series tonight. Then the Rangers will welcome the Athletics for a weekend series. And then how about the New York Yankees Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? 15-9 to start the year. And that's outside, another walk. Nimmo on for a 3rd time tonight.
Well, you're 9 outs away from winning this series. This would be a good home series win, and you'd love to win the whole home stand. Athletics, very important games, and I know the Yankees are coming to town. There are good tickets available to come see that series. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's one of those times. To me, you get to root on your Rangers. There's going to be Yankee fans here. We know that. And then you get to see how many more times is Aaron Judge going to come to Arlington in his career?
Well, handful anyway.
Yeah, you hope he stays healthy, but
sure.
He's healthy right now, so he's probably coming here to play. And you thought you were going to get to see Ohtani play here 6 or 7 times each year. Well, not anymore.
Yeah. McCutchen pinch hitting here for Jock Peterson. So Andrew McCutchen, the longtime Pirate, now in a Rangers uniform, and he's been pretty forthright about it. I mean, it's a little personal to him. He thought he was going back to the Pirates this year. 0-2. Yeah, we've seen plenty of those McCutchen jerseys around the ballpark this week. A lot of Yenzers here in support of Andrew, as well as their team. A high fly ball out to center field. Cruz underneath it, and he makes the catch. Two gone, and he'll bring up Corey Seager. Mike, did you spend much? I guess when you were with the Nats, did you played in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
You ever pitched there?
Yes.
Did you like pitching that yard?
I just thought it was one of the most beautiful parks in the game. It was tough because I remember at one point they had something where it's just been tough on they have a lot of fans. There's quite a few Pirate fans here, but they had a kind of like walkout after the second inning just with frustration with the organization. You know, they would struggle to get fans because they desperately want a contender. And look, we see what they do for the Steelers. We see what they do for the Penguins. They desperately want to support the Pirates. They just have to figure out how to be a consistent, you know, contender for the playoffs. I don't think they have to win the World Series. That fan base wants to go to that beautiful park and root for a historic team.
Yeah, and you've got a generation of fans now who are starved to the point of indifference there, and that's a concern because to me it's a very important franchise for Major League Baseball. They've had 4 winning seasons in the last 33 years.
Yeah,
and that's just not enough for a proud baseball franchise. No franchise has churned out more batting titles than the Pirates. It's fouled away. The 26 individual hit kings in baseball history. Honus Wagner did it 8 times. Roberto Clemente 4 times. Seager foul tips that into the mitt. And that strikeout ends the 6th inning. Rangers will leave a man. We're off to the 7th tonight. This one favoring the Rangers at the moment, 6-1.
Yankees versus our Rangers, the 27th through the 29th. Catch the Yankees' one and only visit to Globe Life Field this year. Tickets at Rangers.com. I'm truly excited about it. You get to see O'Neal Cruz, and you get to see a dude even bigger and one of the best against our Rangers, and it would be lovely to win that series.
Well, it would be very nice.
I do like hearing all the Yankee fans arrogantly brag about their organization, and then the Rangers win in the 9-inning game. Should I not have said that word?
Yeah, I feel like you're just kind of starting to poke the nest a little bit there.
Dave, what happened? I can't remember the last time the Rangers and Yankees played each other in the playoffs. What was the result?
Oh boy. I mean, really? You want to just start talking trash before we even get there? We got a whole series yet with the Athletics.
I just remember, I'm trying to remember, did somebody say on your face to finish that playoff series
Alex,
off?
on your face. 2-2. The great Eleno Ornelas with that call. 2-2. That's a full count.
We're about to have a rematch from last night's somewhat memorable home run. There's on your face. Or is it's Alex on your face.
Alex on your face. Ground ball, shortstop. And Seager takes care of it. 1 away. Well, we've had a couple of home runs tonight. O'Neal Cruz. Oh, this was yesterday off the top of the foul pole. Way up for that one. And this one he just lined out. Puts on the welding mask, then they raise the cone.
Here's the rematch from last night.
That thing was one of, I don't know if impressive's the right word, the more distinct home runs I've ever seen, like one that I'll likely not forget. What happened today? They added 10 feet to it officially. They said last night 422 feet. Today they said 432. And here's a swing and a miss. Beeks gets revenge today. Oh, look at that. Is that the mark where the ball hit?
It has to be, right? I don't think anybody goes up there to dust off that pole.
Wow, that's cool. That is cool. Skipped right off the top.
I mean, I'm glad they did add 10 more feet. There's just no way that thing only went out like from home to first base. There's like, yeah, you know, if there'd have been no pole there and no stands, it would have been like almost home to first over the fence.
Bold.
Yeah, wrong. Need to fix your computer box.
1-1. Corner call. Lau, I don't believe, is in full agreement with that.
Yeah, I don't think he said, I think that was a
Great
tough
call.
pitch, but a good call, and let me take a timeout. I think he said, I strongly disagree, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Beeks. And it's a 1-2-3-7. They'll stand and stretch here tonight. The Rangers up 5. All right, what's on tap? Brought to you by St. Arnold Lawnmower. A beer for everyone. So, Rangers game day. Giovanni Gallardo going to join. He'll be there tomorrow with Jerry. Who is Corey Seager? A feature we'll be running this weekend. Autism Awareness Day coming up as well. So a lot going on this weekend. Oh, smile for the camera.
Is that dog?
Max Scherzer here.
Yeah, that should be Max. That dog's name should be Max.
Yeah. Off we go now. Bottom of the 7th inning. What is that? I'll have to look it up now. There's a word for that. 2 different colored eyes. Heterochromia. And that's what Max had with the blue and the brown eyes.
Yep.
And dogs have that on occasion.
Well, I will tell you, every time I get to talk to Max Scherzer, it's very intimidating to look into those eyes.
Sounds a little personal. 1-2 the count on Jake Berger.
You just feel just fine. I don't know that the 2 different icons. And you know what? Jake Berger freaked me out the last homestand.
Oh yeah, with those contact lenses.
Yeah,
those were pretty trippy. That was definitely a thing.
So he hasn't tried them out yet, or does he only want to try them out during day games? If he does,
he was going to do them in Seattle. The whole point was certain ballparks, and one of them was Seattle, where he thought he might use them, but he didn't. So let's go. Laura, what do you got?
So he actually did use them for 2 at-bats in Seattle on Saturday because he felt like they actually helped him with the shadows. He didn't use them the other days, and he wasn't even planning to use them at all in Seattle if the roof was open. But he just felt like he was struggling that day to see the ball, so he decided why not give it a shot, and they seemed to work for him. The other thing I'll say about that, too, is when he was wearing them, he said, I can't remember who it was, but somebody got to first base, and he didn't even want to look him in the eye. I was like, hey, you know, how's it going? He didn't want to look him in the eye because he was kind of embarrassed that his eyes were red.
Oh, wait a minute. Jake didn't want to look the other guy in the eyes?
Yeah, somebody, he was, you know, playing defense. Someone got on first base, and, you know, he was kind of hiding his face a bit.
Oh, I see. I think you got to.
Yeah.
Because that throws somebody
told him.
off.
I said, you know, it's an intimidation factor. Look him in the eye. Say, hey, what's up?
Even if it's just a distraction. So what was that on Saturday that he wore those?
This was on Saturday.
Okay, I was going to say, because he didn't wear them in the games we did, I didn't think.
He did not. You're correct.
Okay. 2-2, and Berger shoots that one foul. You know who else has that heterochromia? Famous actress.
No clue.
Mila Kunis.
Okay.
Yeah. You know
Did
who she is?
She was married to Ashton Kutcher.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you asked me a question like you know everything about her. Like, hey, you know hey, Mila Kunis, you know who she is? And then I'm like, oh, it's like I have no clue.
Well, I'm not into personal life.
My turn. Do you know who Mila Kunis is?
She's an actress.
That's it. That's all you know?
She was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall or something like that, and that's what I know. There's a bouncer left side of the infield, and Griffin's long throw, and it did appear that Horowitz kept his toe on the bag. They get Berger. And that 70s show, you remember that show?
Yes. Yep.
She was on that as well. I think. Jackie.
Okay. But that's it.
That's it. I mean, I don't know who she's married to or dating or whatever. I don't read the tabloids like you all day long on your fancy phone over there scrolling the socials.
On my computer box. Look at my computer box. What's Mila Kunis up to?
I mean, Lord have mercy, man, with the way you spend your time. I don't know what you're doing.
There she is at another Whole Foods getting food.
Laura, can you help clean this up?
You know, guys, you give me a lot of, tough times for not knowing movies, and I have to say, I cannot believe you don't know Friends with Benefits or Mila Kunis. This is hurtful.
Watch this, Dave.
Go ahead.
Justin Timberlake's in that movie.
Boom, roasted.
See, am I right, Laura?
You are correct, yes. He is the male lead in that movie.
Did she at any point marry Ashton Kutcher?
They are currently married.
Yes!
Sounds like Mike's all
Two
over
for
it.
two!
Little comebacker, and that one sneaks up the middle, but backhanded by Lau. Good throw. And they get Young. 2 up, 2 down.
Good job of planting that back foot and getting rid of it quickly. Well, sounds like I'm a Mila Kunis expert.
Seems like you are. So now, Evan Carter. Evan's had a good night tonight. And it'll take strike 1 here at the home run in the 3rd inning. That got the scoring started. Seager had a 3-run shot the next inning. The Rangers did their damage in the 3rd and 4th. And Lawrence runs that one in tight, 1-1. 6 runs, 7 hits tonight for the Rangers. And that one hit softly out toward right, and it drops in for a hit. Well placed. Second hit of the night. First one, a little more impressive. I thought this was going out, Mike.
Yeah, it definitely was high, and luckily it caught the fence on the fly, the bottom of the fence, and got pretty far away from O'Neill Cruz and O'Hearn. I think O'Hearn was a little bit more conservative there, that he might have dove for that one if he didn't have an inside the park home run already.
Yeah, I don't know. You think?
I don't know. There was a part of me the last couple steps like, is he about to dive for this? And then he might have, if I miss this, the guy can run.
Lesson learned. Danny Jansen lifts that high in the air, back of second base. And Lau will tuck it away. The inning is done. Rangers leave a man, but we're through 7 innings tonight. And the Rangers on top. There's Max. Good boy. 6-1. Wearing glasses. Yep, those are glasses. 6-1 the score. Oh, it's that time. Could be a little overwhelming for some. Wait a minute, is that the little guy was working on the tail?
Yeah.
There's Jacob Junis. Not related to Mila Kunis.
No.
Not even.
Just because your names rhyme does not mean you're related.
True.
Most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you're safe going with that, I think. Reynolds 0 for 3 today, fouls off strike 1. Steve Hunt, our statistician, provides more than simply numbers and information. Sometimes also good clarity. He can be our conscious at times up here.
Okay.
He pointed out that those quote-unquote glasses, as I was calling them a moment ago, on that cute little dog, that those would probably be best referred to as doggles.
Okay.
Goggles for dogs.
Yeah. Snoopy wore those, kind of.
Was it Snoopy or was it his brother Spike? Was it Spike? Is that his brother?
Really?
There's Hunter.
Snoopy had a brother?
He's wearing his doggles too. Those are good doggles there, Steve. Bouncer right side. And good job by Berger. Feeds Junis. And they get the first out of the inning. All right, we have time here for Spectrum.
Spectrum Internet, the most reliable internet you can count on.
One out here is Osuna. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today.
So no matter how good Junis is, he's very happy to be facing somebody besides Jacob deGrom.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Osuna did not enjoy his time against deGrom today. 19 career strikeouts against deGrom for Ozuna. Been a rather slow start for him. 1-1 to count. Pirates, this is only the second time they've ever visited Arlington, or at least this ballpark.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
1-1 pitch, and that is in the air center field. Chases Carter back onto the warning track, and he makes the catch.
Welcome to Globe Life Field. You can hit it far to center, but we're going to catch most of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you think you hit it well, and really you did. But all you get is a long out. But that's also kind of par for the course in their home park. PNC Park in Pittsburgh can get pretty roomy in the outfield as O'Hearn takes a strike. On the ground, second base, Smith on top of it, throws out O'Hearn, and it's a 1-2-3-8. Nice job by Junis. Rangers bullpen continuing to do its job. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 6-1.
Rangers with a comfortable 6-1 lead. This is interesting. Pirates 14-10 coming into this game. They've alternated wins and losses in their last 10 games. The last time they've won back-to-back games was at the Cubs on April 10th and 11th.
Huh.
But they're having a great season. Besides the start of the year at the Mets, lost the first 2 games of the year. Have not lost back-to-back games since starting the year 0-2.
So 14-8 since those first 2 games.
Yeah. Did you see that? Just throw a fastball from the catcher. They must have, I don't know if it was the pitch calm or they were running out of time, but he's like, just throw a fastball.
What was funny was because Smith had no interest in doing anything anyway. He wasn't going to swing at anything they threw up there. That is high in the air out to shallow left. And Smitty pops out for the first out of the inning. So the new pitcher for the Pirates, Ramirez, as they continue to churn through their bullpen arms tonight. Yohan Ramirez. And now we're going to have a a visit here, and looks like a little paperwork. Are they checking him for something on the uniform, or is it the number?
I don't know.
Comes a. Oh, you know what? They didn't have the pitch comp. It's to your point about them just saying, well, just throw a fastball.
So they're taking O'Neill Cruz's pitch comm in center field.
Okay.
Unless he, or did he?
No, it could well be. Listen, I don't know.
They ran it from the bullpen to Cruz, and then Cruz gave it to that boy.
That could
I
be.
saw Cruz. He had one, and
oh, now he has one. Wait a minute. What in the world? That kid a breather. Anywhere else you'd like me to run for no reason?
So,
well, and now maybe that pitch count didn't work either. I thought we had a rule about this, right? We had a meeting about this in the spring.
When he was going down the steps, was he taking his belt off?
Yeah, it looked like it.
What? What's happening?
I have no idea, unless having the light colored belt is in some way an issue for a pitcher. You see plenty of position players wearing yellow belts from time to time, but maybe as a pitcher you just can't do that, because in some ways that would be a distraction.
Okay, I mean, I get it. It must have had some sort of shine to it, like a gray shine or something. I mean, as a pitcher, you can't use certain gloves. Obviously, you can't use a white glove or something.
And you can't have a glove with two tones on it, two colors.
Right. Yeah, I remember. Didn't Martin Perez run into that issue about 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah, the problem is teams don't like to call you on it, because if they do, then they're being the jerks, and you can bet that the team will retaliate. So that belt, I think, was the issue.
Metallic, sparkly.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, it does look like it. Like it's bedazzled.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a nightmarish kind of exchange right there. That's a type
and a pitch comm thing too.
Yeah, I mean, just get like 2 base runners for all that. There's a ground ball, shortstop. Griffin is there, and they throw out Osuna. First time they've retired him tonight. That's a type of nightmare I would have had as a kid, even as a young adult, like showing up to work with, you know, your PJs on or something. Like this guy showed up to work today with his club and belt and no pitch comm, and it's like, that's a nightmare.
True. But they don't have to worry about pitch comms. Aren't they just given? Like, they don't have their own. They're just given when the bell rings. That's why they throw their first 5 pitches with no with no hat on, because they're getting the pitch comm ready for the pitcher that possibly could be going in.
There's some good-looking unis. That's how you wear a uniform.
Tomorrow.
That's right. The debut of those. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1 on Brandon Nimmo.
I think we're just going to go with khakis and a collared shirt, though.
It's probably the last time you'll see me in a uniform there like that. 1-1. And that one's lined up the middle, a base hit. Nimmo's second hit to go with 2 walks, and he's going to try and stretch it into a double, and he does. 7th double of the year for Nimmo. Still playing hard here. And now in scoring position.
Boy, does he bust it out of the box right there. Look how hard he's running after he hits it 102 miles an hour. And O'Hearn does everything he can there. Slides, cuts it off, gets rid of it quickly. But because Nimmo's first couple steps out of the box were hard, makes it into second easy.
So he's out there now for the former MVP of the National League. In 2013, when he was in a Pirates uniform, spent 12 of his now 18 years in the big leagues in a Pirates uni. And McCutchen will take low, ball 1. And over half of the Rangers' hits tonight have come with 2 outs. 5 of their 9 hits, 2 out hits. McCutchen 0 for 1. He pinch hit in the 6th inning for Peterson. I'll take a strike. Andrew got in the game late yesterday, had an infield hit, scored a run. Bounces that foul. 1-2. Great numbers as a Pirate. Those 248 home runs, 3rd most in Pirates history. Just shy of 900 RBIs, 6th in Pirates franchise history. And he strikes out here, and that ends the 8th inning. Rangers leave a man at second base. 9th inning coming up tonight here in Arlington with the Rangers on top 6-1.
Few energy stats of the night. Jacob deGrom, 5 2/3, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 10 strikeouts. That's a season high on 89 pitches. Looking to get the win. The Rangers are 3 outs away, and I just heard a lot of cheers because Peyton Gray on the big board, making his major league debut. So far, 7 games at AAA Round Rock, 0 ERA in 12 2/3.
Well, this is awesome. His first big league pitch, a ground ball shortstop. Seager is there, throws it to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. He's in the record books now. And we slide over a moment here for Standard Insurance.
Did you just pay your insurance bill and say to yourself, I need to save money? Call, come by, or click to save hundreds, if not thousands.
Don't delay, call Standard today.
Went undrafted. Signed as a free agent by the Rockies to get his career started. Eventually spent 3 years out of pro ball. Played independent league baseball. Guy never gave up on the dream. And at 30 years old, making his big league debut. It's pretty awesome. The 1-0. That's outside. 2-0. Working to Spencer Horwitz, another guy who made his big league debut right here in this ballpark. He was with Toronto when he made that debut. 2-1 the count. Gray called up today as Robert Garcia was placed on the injured list. They've gone 1-0 with a couple of saves. Piling up a lot of strikeouts down at Round Rock. 15 strikeouts in 12 2/3 innings. (3-1) and that one's lifted high in the air out to left field. Osuna gets to the spot, and there are 2 away. Well, that's pretty cool for Gray. There'll be so many things about this day that he'll remember. And one detail for him that might be the type of thing that he cares about when he tells the story years and years from now to children and grandchildren and whatnot was at his first big league appearance. He pitched in relief of Jacob deGrom. And he gets a swing and a miss here on Connor Griffin.
Looking for a 1-2-3 9th inning. I'll tell you what, it's 6 more games left after this one at home. These Ranger crowds in this Pittsburgh series have been great.
Yeah, they're into it, and there's a strike to Griffin. 0-2 the count, and a challenge here.
The batter has challenged.
Griffin says, I don't know. Let's use the ABS and take another look at it. Oh. And his challenge a good one. So 1-1. Gray, all the different leagues. He's pitched in numerous countries over the years. The 1-1 pitch A swing and a miss, strike 2.
That's the good pitch. That changeup in spring training got the eyes on him, and right there you see why.
His pitch on the way to Griffin. A swing and a miss. He strikes him out, and that's how he'll complete this game. A strikeout of Griffin. Peyton Gray makes his big league debut with a 1-2-3 ninth inning, and it's all smiles for the 30-year-old right-hander. What a night.
Congratulations to number 75, getting on a big league mound and having a lot of success. And the Rangers winning a series here at home, back over 500.
9-pitch ninth inning for the guys. Oh, way to go, Peyton Gray. 6-1 Rangers win. A perfect way to wrap up the series against the Pirates. Peyton Gray waited a long time to get here and a long time to get that strikeout. Yeah. Punch that mid. 6-1 winner.